Hey there everyone, this is Yui. Welcome to an informational episode of FTB Academy. Today we're going to be talking about the super cheaty uncrafting table from Twilight Forest. So let's get to it. My main objective of this episode is just to get you thinking, not in terms of how do I craft something, just linearly. So you could always check JEI, like, oh, how do I craft a bookshelf? But, so uncrafting table kind of severely complicates that, if you let it, which is what I like to do. So if you're not familiar with the uncrafting table, let me grab one of my experience books. These are from Thermal Foundation. They are made with, here you go, Emerald, Book, and Lapis. They hold 10,000 experience, which is something like, yeah, I don't know, 60-ish levels. I don't know. I don't remember. It's a bunch. So if you take, no, let's go with, here we go, iron armor. Crafted iron armor. So what can I do with it? Well, you can throw it in the smeltery, sure. That'll break it down. And you will get your 8 ingots worth out of that. But you can also take 8 levels, go to the uncrafting table, throw it in there, and you can pull out the raw ingredients. This works for pretty much every item you can think of. Oh, those don't belong in it though. So a major disclaimer before you get too excited is the uncrafting table is pretty exploitable, and thus many mod packs disable it. So check the config for Twilight Forest to make sure that the uncrafting table is not disabled. So if it is disabled though, you still may see it in JEI. So just because you can see it there doesn't mean you can use it. So just double check that. Certain things like bows, which are sticks and string, mundane items like sticks, do not cost experience, so this only takes 3 because of the string, but it lets you uncraft pretty much everything. So one of the main uses for it, that I use it for, is duplicating ores. So if you take, now is where it gets complicated. So if you look up how to make an iron ingot, you'll see a recipe here, which is iron ore plus pyrotheum. We don't need that stuff, so, but we get it. If you throw in the iron, there's 2 cycles here. We'll talk about this little one in a little bit. This main one cycles through these recipes right here. The little one cycles through the NBT data or the ore dictionary data or whatever you want to call it, like right here. A block of iron to 9. So if we put in, say, I don't have even 9. Let me get a little more. You put in 9, you go down to, it's probably this one. Yeah, these little ones swap the ore dictionary for it. So you can get specifically whichever one you want, and that's important for some things. But in this case, we're taking one iron. We're looking for an ore and pyrotheum dust. I just store that there, and now we can just take this iron ore. We can throw it back in the pulverizer to get 2 of the dust. And we can take those dust and throw it in the redstone furnace, and now we've just turned 1 iron into 2, plus a pyrotheum dust for 2 levels of experience. Pretty good. Now, that's one use for it. The other thing you can do is kind of think of it like bypassing progression is what I would like to call it. So I've explained that these little arrows in here change the ore dictionary stuff. So that means you can do weird things. Like, let's take, we'll use my farm over here for an example. I've got these time wood clocks. I've got 2 of them. They increase the speed of the pumpkin growth. I could turn them on and off. I also experimented with the sorting one, but those are from Twilight Forest, and you get those. Let's go find them real quick. Sapling. It is this. Tree of Time sapling. Well, looking up how to get the sapling, this requires you to have a sapling to have a chance to get the sapling back. So that's not going to work. Oh, okay, well, they can be found in leaf dungeons. But now you got to start thinking in another direction, where what can I use these saplings to create? Well, okay, so if I have the saplings already, I can create, say, a Lexica Botania, or a Nature's Compass. But now hang on, we've already made a Nature's Compass before and we didn't need these saplings. So if you check the recipe for that, it's because you can use any tree sapling. So if you take, say, a Nature's Compass, 9 levels, you go to the Uncrafting Table, well, okay, that's oak, so now you use the little ones to sort through. And now, all of a sudden, you can change your saplings into whatever other saplings you want. Is that the one? That looks like it. And there. So now, all of a sudden, you have Tree of Time saplings without actually going to farm them. And then we could just recraft this Nature's Compass using the materials it gave us and 4 of the oak. And we could do that again to get whatever sapling we want. Which I don't know if there's anything specifically useful to get, but I did that to get those. You can use it like that. Similarly, if you were making, let's go with, here we go, Enderium. That's an end game metal for thermal expansion. Well, I say it's not end game, it's just the more of a higher tier metal. So to make that, you have your induction smelter out. You can alloy it together, but you need resonant ender. More importantly, you need platinum. So if we look up how to get platinum, right here, platinum ore. Okay, so we have an orchid. That's a Botania thing which converts nearby stone into random ores. Or we have a laser which takes power and drills up random ores. But we can't make a drill because the base? No, it's going to be the charging thing. Which one is it? Yeah, right here. This lens needs pink slime, which means we need to get into a slaughter factory and all that stuff. Well, I don't have that, but I do have Enderium. So the other options here are you can find out how to get pulverized platinum, which is platinum ore, just pulverized down. Well, I know for a fact that certain machines, say the sag mill, or in this case the pulverizer, have a chance of having byproducts. So if we go back to platinum, look up the platinum, the dust, we'll see that there is a recipe in here, and it's just breaking down nickel for a small chance to get it. Or iridium. I don't have iridium. Or platinum, obviously, to get platinum. So if you break down nickel, you have a chance to get the platinum. Then once you do get the platinum, we can go back to, say, smelt it up, just because it's easier to deal with. Grab one of them, get out your 2 levels, go to the table, and there you go. Now you've doubled it. So you get 1, then you have unlimited. For a little work, but, you know. So keep in mind when you're trying, just keep in mind that modded Minecraft usually has more than one way to get the results you're looking for, and it is not necessarily very straightforward. So dig around in JEI to find what you're looking for. Now, once you have Enderium, you can do a nice little trick, which is how I've duplicated, say, Signalium is annoying to make, Enderium's annoying to make, But if you check the uses for it, you can use it to upgrade servos. But there's also a recipe to make a servo right off the bat. So if we take a servo, just a generic iron servo, we can upgrade it to a resonant servo. But we could take our 6 levels, we can go back to the uncrafting table, and we could break it down using the full crafting recipe. Now all of a sudden we've turned 2 iron ingots into 1 extra Enderium ingot. And then you could just keep doing that as many times as you want. Go back and forth. Go back, get your 6 levels out, go to the table, and uncraft it. And so now a relatively hard metal to get is now pretty trivial. And now it's not hard at all. The other thing is, say, aluminum. What is it? This one. Lumium. Lumium is fairly annoying. You need the... Oh no, it wasn't that. It was the upgrade kit. That's right. A resonant upgrade. No. Ignalium upgrade. Cryothium. So to get cryothium, you need blizz powder. Well, I haven't seen one of those. So you can make it. Well, that's a blizz rod. That's from the drop from the mob. Well, I haven't seen any, so I can't do that. I can do, say, pulverizer permafrost if I found one of the cork biomes. That's an option. There's the option of converting experience with snow into it. And that's not going to help us here because we're trying to get cryothium. But once again, if you check your uses for cryothium, you'll see weird stuff. So anything with a bucket, rule out right away. So if we get our hands on, say, some ice. Well, actually, yeah, we can do this. We could get ice and then we'll just get the cryothium. We won't get the bucket of water because of the bucket. Or if you have packed ice, you can get ice and cryothium. But there's also this glowstone from energized, what's that, clathrate. Pretty simple. We have glowstone. 2 levels of that. Put in the glowstone, and right there, now you have cryothium. So all that because you're checking the uses, what it's used for, to see if there's any resultants that you have rather than how to make it. So just keep that kind of mentality in mind when you're dealing with the uncrafting table. It unlocks so much more than you think it does. So just take advantage of it when you have access to it. Or don't. I mean, if you don't like the way that it feels cheaty, then don't. That's fine too. Everyone has their own preference of how they play. And I will abuse it if I have it, but I won't use, say, cheat codes. Even though that acts like one. Anyways, that's about it, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.